Talking with famous people.
The topic I want to talk about today is this expectations of degrees of certainty before willingness to take action. It's something I have conflict with people on a number of occasions in the past with related to work stuff where I say, well, let's move on this. And they say, well, but we don't know enough. We need more information. And I say, well, but I let's just trust me, it's going to work. Let's just do it. Okay, well, why? What's going to happen? How is it going to happen? When is that going to happen? I don't know. What I'm saying is we're engaging in a process by which I'm making judgment calls in the moment in a bunch of different circumstances. And I have faith in that process that I will make the right judgment calls or be able to pivot out of the wrong choices successfully enough that it's going to work, that the basic foundational architecture of the thing is sound. That's all it needs. Beyond that, we can't know the details. To the extent that we knew the details, it wouldn't be an effective thing to be doing because it offers little in terms of reward because anybody can do that. And she's like, okay, but when is that going to happen? How many exactly? And how exactly will this turn into that? And how exactly will this other thing cause this other thing? Like, I don't fucking know. And why do you keep expecting me to predict the future? All I can do is say, this is the right angle of attack. When we get into the battle, that's when I know whether I'm going to stab him in the face, or stab him in the gut, or stab him in the cock, or whatever. I don't know that until I'm there fighting him.
Which, you're saying it's frustrating because they seem like they're wanting more information than we were able to give.
Anyone's able to give.
What the ending, what the goal is at the end. Not necessarily all the stuff in between, but what the goal is at the end. You have to know what you're fighting for to be fighting for it.
No, you don't.
Some people do. It's hard if I'm not.
I'm one of those people.
I think, Taylor, most people do have to know what they're fighting for to fight for it. I think ENTPs are...
Ask or call us out if they don't like what we're doing.
You guys
Taylor, not everyone's spirit animal is a honey badger, okay? Not everyone just fights because, fuck it, there's nothing else to do. My response is, okay, what are all of them? At least my dad, he'll create a list, and I can check things off. I can refer to the list. With my mom, sometimes she'll just tell me, do this. And I go to do that, and I come back, and she says, well, I'll do this. I'm like, why don't you tell me everything you need me to do? And she's like, well, just go do that. I'm like, no, you tell me everything I need to do because I need to know why are we doing this.
Also, you don't want to leave her with that strategy, right? Where she'll find out how much shit she's got for you to do as she determines how much tolerance you have for her assigning shit to you, right? You're saying, no, I don't want to afford you that framework advantage. You're going to have to tell me in advance which things you expect. You can't move the goalposts.
I like that wording, moving the goalpost.
The parameter of someone having free range, open-ended authority is a pretty shitty parameter to begin with. So your mom's getting ambitious with her.
Right. Well, see, they probably manage the limitations on those. It's not through some sort of limiting principle. It's through who's fussier, right? It's a fussiness contest in those kind of circumstances. Mom's fussier, so it's easier just to go along with it until she pushes it too hard, in which case you become the fussier one, and then she's got to adjust.
I don't know how it is for other families, but I just assume mothers are the fussiest. My sister's living with us. She's a mother. She has 3 kids. I think her and my mom are the same type. I think they're both the ESFJ, so that might contribute to it. I'm not saying that that's what all women are. Okay?
Stop your woman-hating misogyny, Ken. I'm sick of it. The other thing that happens is they just don't like the answer I give them. They just ask the same question again. The one day a week that we cannot do anything is Friday. And no, I won't have any 3rd graders. I don't teach any 3rd graders. Too young. They need to go into a different class. How many times am I going to ask me these questions again? But can you take this 3rd grader? No. Put none of those 3rd graders in my classes. Do you understand? It is not possible for you to find a 3rd grader for whom this rule does not apply. You don't need to ask again. It's still the same. Still no 3rd graders. And still no Friday.
What you might be saying, I might understand it conceptually, but I'm wary of it or I'm skeptical of it because I don't necessarily know how it's going to play out in reality. I haven't seen something as a template. Okay, so in the comments, Barry's saying maybe they don't trust you.
Talking.
Can I put the third grader in your middle school class? The parents are fine with it. Oh, why are they fine with it?
Well, what do you think the causes of that is? Because you're also kind of explaining it as people being kind of pushy in a way. They're sort of like, well, let's do it this way. And you're like, well, no, we can't do that. And they're like, right, but let's do it this way. And you're like, no, I just said we can't do that. We physically can't do that. And they're like,
Right.
well, let's just do it. And you're like, you're not hearing me.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, like, well, what's that? What do you think is the cause of that? What do you think is the sort of mechanism?
I mean, I think this partner I have is the kind of personality that I am looking for in a partner, in part because she does shit like that. The reality is, in these two instances that I'm talking about, I am not budging on it. And in fact, there's not going to be any mind-changing blah, 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 blah. But that's not the norm. Usually on these things, I say just as strongly, like, no, blah, blah, blah. And then the next day she's like, I got a problem here with this. And I go, well, then blah, blah, blah. And he said, but you said no, blah, blah, yesterday. I was like, yeah, but that was a little bit of a different circumstance. That's commonly I do that. So, I mean, I really have nothing to complain about because I don't give anybody a fair set of non-contradictory shit to deal with, right? It's not like you can actually expect me to follow through based on my level of certainty of the sound of what I say. I always sound extremely certain about it, no matter how uncertain I might be about it. So, I don't know. It's not really anything I can complain about. It's just annoying.
You guys are just a pain in the butt.
What's that?
The ENTPs. They're pains in the ass.
Talking with famous people.
We can be a little bit of a pain in the ass.
Can be. Most certainly you are.